I don't know about y'all, but I see ads for VSTs every single day. And the problem is with these advertisements is that there's not that much trust in them because, you know, sometimes people kind of lie so they can get the sale. You know what I mean? They'll sit there and be like, oh, this VST can do this VST can do that. And then you get it and you're like, I don't know if I should have bought this, bro. So in today's video, I bought 4 different VSTs that I have heavily seen advertised on social media. And we're gonna try them out, get our first impressions, and see if they really live up to the hype. So the first VST we're gonna go over today is Sky Keys. Now, I wanted to do Sky Keys first because I feel like out of all of the VSTs we're gonna be talking about today, this is one of the ones that I've seen the most. So we're on all presets right now. We're gonna scroll down. We got a good amount of presets in here, man. I'm a big preset guy, so the more presets you have, the better I feel about the VST. Let's just get like a quick little demo of a couple of these sounds though, real quick. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's smooth. That's smooth. Turn up the reverb on there. So a couple of things I noticed that I really appreciate in a VST: search engine, a favorites list, and then you're also able to do some type of manipulation to the sounds. So right here, you can mess with the vibrato, filter, reverb. You can reverse it with different parameters, which is pretty cool. I like that. I feel like that's a good touch. And then one that I think is essential that I think every VST needs is like at least bare minimum attack and release. Oh, also this is saturation. Okay, I didn't even peep that. So we can mess around with the sound a little bit, turn up the saturation. Ooh, that melody was kind of hard. Hold up. Oh, you can also like track where it starts the sound. That's pretty cool. Also, I like the design of this. I feel like the design looks really good. And let's keep it a buck. We like our VSTs to look pretty. There's also a drag and drop section right here where we can take our own one shots. Oh, I kind of like this. Hold on. What was I doing? Oh, you know what? FL Studio feature. Tools, dump score log, last 2 minutes. Boom. Okay. But you know what? Just to be a little bit more fair, let's use like an actual preset that they have. That's nice. Ooh, that's a nice soft piano. Let's get rid of this chord progression because it's kind of whatever. It's cool, but it's kind of whatever. And let's go into my brand new Infinite's West Coast MIDI stash 2025, you feel me, which is available on gatekeepsounds.com. So if you need some West Coast flavor for your beats, this is where you get it. Now, I really like these MIDIs because it's a great and easy way to start or like finish up a beat, you feel me? So we're just gonna bring in like a little dark piano melody and just see what's up with that. I like this. Okay, so now let's go clone this. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to take this part of the melody, copy it, and paste it as a layer. And we'll get something else, like let's go plucks. Just get something random, smooth pluck. Let's try to reverse it. Turn up the reverb. Okay, so first impressions, like the sounds are pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. They're not necessarily West Coast sounds, but that's cool, you know what I mean? Because sometimes as West Coast producers, we need like different sounds to kind of like help spice the genre up and everything like that. So far, I'm digging this. I kind of like this, bro. Let's get some more layers in here real quick. So now I'm gonna route all of these to the melody send right here. And then let's bring it in again and try to see if we can find like a bass that would work. Oh, do they even have a bass section? Is there no basses in here? Wait, that's kind of crazy. Synth electric piano. Wait, that sounds cool. Okay, wait. ADHD, bro. Okay, wait, we got to go back to the main objective. Where are the basses, bro? I don't think there's any basses in here, which is kind of crazy. But you know what? The VST is called Sky Keys, so it doesn't necessarily insinuate there should be a bass in there. If I'm being real, I guess that's fair, but I really would have loved to have some basses in here. So I'm not gonna let it affect my decision on letting it know if it's infinite approved, but I want to hate it so bad because I love basses and everything like that. But let's get some leads in here. Let's just see what's up with it. The only thing is I want to turn up that glide a little bit. It's pretty nice, bro. Maybe pitch everything up by 2, and then we can just throw in like a quick 808 MIDI real quick. You know what? Sky Keys, infinite approved. I like it. It doesn't really break the bank. There's a lot of dope, unique sounds in it. A lot of the sounds are usable. And from what I've seen, it's not really taking up that much CPU. I'm gonna say it's infinite approved. I like this VST. I'm definitely gonna be using this more. Now the next one, I didn't even do any research on it. I saw it one time because someone sent me a post and I was like, that looks crazy. I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna open it up literally for the very first time. It is Stevex. So the Stevex is a TalkBox VST. If you don't know what TalkBox is, it's this thing right here. Now for TalkBoxes, they're incredibly, dang, this is dusty. I need to clean this. Now for TalkBoxes, they're incredibly hard to use because when you're doing it, you have to play the keys and sing at the same time. But here's the thing, you're not actually singing. What you do is you basically kind of mouth and pronunciate the word, but you don't make any sound. So if you're gonna do like, baby, move it, do it, you got to go like, it's so weird. It's easily one of the hardest things I've had to try to learn. And low key, if I'm being real, I kind of gave it up. I kind of gave up on it, bro. But Khaled Beats sent me a post of like a demonstration with this and it looked crazy. So if you don't have the money to get a TalkBox or you don't really want to necessarily learn how to do one because it's incredibly hard, trust me, if you don't want to learn how to do it, I will never judge you on it. This might be a viable option. So with that being said, let's try it out. This is first impression. This is the first time I opened it, first impression. Let's see if it's fire, bro. Sorry, what is actually happening right now? Okay, maybe that's just like that's just the opening sound. So I don't think that's supposed to be like I don't think that's supposed to be like an actual preset. Okay, I'm starting to see what this VST is like. So what I was thinking this VST was going to be like is kind of like its own TalkBox VST, where you can like play notes and melodies and everything like that. But what I think it's more like is kind of like the Vox Runs VST or the Vocal Runs VST or something like an arcade. What you have to know is going to be more like the Vocal Run VST rather than something that you can actually play. So I think if you go into it with that mindset, it's valid. It's valid for sure. Once again, we're going to go over to the West Coast MIDI Stash 2025, which is available on gatekeepsounds.com. You feel me? And we're going to get some G-Funk chords. Oh, okay. So I guess the long chord presets, you can kind of play. But you can't really set it up like a lead. Okay, let's try to get some in here. That's hard. Now let's just go back to the MIDI kit real quick. Kicks, G-Funk kicks. Just drag a random one in there. I'm sure it'll be fine. So let's give thoughts and impressions on Stevex. Is it infinite approved? The thing is that there's not really much TalkBox related VSTs that you can go to. So I want to say it is, just because like there's so little resources. Let's put in some caveats real quick. I think if you're coming into this VST to try to use like the long chords and try to mess with stuff and play stuff, I wasn't really digging the long chords too much. We just got to be honest right now. I wasn't really digging them too much. I really tried to give it a shot. I didn't necessarily like them that much. But if you go into this VST with the mindset of this is like a vocal runs type product where you're really getting it to have access to sounds like this, oh yeah, then I think that it is infinitely improved. But if you're going into it for like the long chords and you're trying to do melodies like that, I wouldn't necessarily say it is. But overall, I do like it. And I do see myself coming back to this. All right, so next up is going to be Spawn. Now, full disclaimer, Jacob did send me this, but I feel like I would be doing y'all a disservice if I didn't put it in the video. Normally, I wouldn't put this in the video because it's a buying every ad that I saw, but like he sent me it, so technically I couldn't put it in the video. But I remember I showed this on my story one time because I made something with it, and I got so many DMs of people asking what I thought about it, just because they've just seen the ad so many times, and I've seen the ad a bunch of times too. So I feel like it's just necessary to talk about it. So with that being said, this was sent to me, but this is not a sponsorship or brand deal. So whatever happens in this video happens. You feel me? So basically Spawn is like an ethical AI VST. So basically you can go in here and you can set all these parameters to have it make a melody for you. So like less guitar chill, you know what I mean? You hit Spawn and it'll play something. Doesn't sound like a guitar. That sounds like a bell. So not off to the greatest start. And the thing is that it kind of syncs up to your program. So we're at 100 BPM. So it's automatically going to play at 100 BPM, which is really cool. I feel like that's always like a great feature to have. And then the key, you can set it up right here. Starts at C minor, go up, you're at C sharp, D minor, stuff like that. We're just going to stay at C minor right now though. And then you have other things that you could do. So you can switch the MIDI pattern. So like, let's say you like this sound right here, but you don't necessarily like the pattern. You can switch the MIDI pattern. It'll give you another idea. Okay, now it sounds like a guitar. Let's try to get something that I would actually use. That's hard. Spawn really said like, oh, you're on camera right now? I detect OBS, I'ma show out. If you make like trap, I feel like it's more suited for you. Cause like that's how they kind of like market it. So putting the West Coast glasses on it and being like, well, this isn't technically for West, I feel like that's kind of unfair because they're not marketing themselves as a West Coast VST. Oh, you can also bring out the MIDI too. So if you click on that little window right there and then you just like hold it down and drag it over, you can bring in the MIDI. So that's really cool too. I really like things that you can get very customizable in. Dang, I'm pretty sure there's a way to bring it out. Oh, and also if you want to move the notes, you could do that too. A whole bunch of other stuff that you could do. Like let's say, like how I said I didn't like the bass, I could change the bass preset. But I really like where it's at right now, and I kind of want to mess with it. Oh, you can change the pitch too. Something that was made in like a couple minutes. Granted, I did use like cheat codes, like the melody is like AI. These are like beat builder stems that you drag and drop in, and I used the hi-hat MIDI. It's kind of hard, it's kind of hard. You kind of cheated to get there, but it's hard though. Let's do a new project and we can see, actually, yeah, let's save this. Oh, ha, never mind. Let's open up Spawn one more time and see if we just got lucky or if it's actually hard. Keys, piano. Let's do bell this time too. Vinyl, dark, ethnic, analog. Let's do complex this time. Okay. Second attempt, kind of okay. Not as good as the first time. That's why I was saying, like, I feel like the first one we got kind of lucky. This is pretty clean though. This is pretty clean though. I will give him that. Oh, and if you double click, it goes back to the middle. So like, let's say you did all this and you're like, I kind of want to see what it sounded like at first. Double click it and it goes back to the middle. That's fire. Let's go back in here. Let's take off bell. Wasn't really digging the bells. We can bring in synth pad. Oh, let's bring in synth lead because, you know, West Coast. We'll see if that can be like a little cheat code for us. Oh, wait. I think we've seen enough of Spawn. Is it infinite approved? I want to say yes. I want to say yes, it is, bro. But I feel like for Spawn, if I'm gonna give it the infinite like stamp of approval, you have to give it the same caveat as we gave to Sky Keys. If you're a trap producer going into this, I think it's a really good VST for you. It's really cool. If you're a West Coast producer going into it, maybe think about it a little bit more. Oh, wait, how much does this cost again? That's gonna influence my opinion. 159? Is 159 going to change my opinion? Personally, me, I'd wait to see if it goes on sale. Maybe wait till Black Friday, and then maybe if they do a deal, I mean, maybe if they take it down to like 99, I can see it being cool. Okay, Spawn is infinite approved. I do really like how easy it is to start an idea. So like if you have beat block, this is probably a really great tool for you because you can just have something there that you could use for like your loop kits, beats, weekly loops, anything. And you can also customize literally every single thing that you see in here. So yeah, I think it's infinite approved. I think it's infinite approved for sure. So with that being said, that's going to conclude the video. Let me know if y'all want a part 2, and also let me know your thoughts and opinions on these VSTs and the showcasing of them. So with that being said, if you liked the video, hit the like. If you want to comment, throw a comment. If you want to sub, hit the sub. My name is Devin. Also go by Infinite or Pop by Infinite. Peace out.